think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see...
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. We're just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And Johnston sent in motion. 2nd down and inches. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yellow, 43.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Set, ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That one complete to McConkey. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Following the penalty, Lynch. Oh, he shifts past him. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Greg Olsen from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready
The
up.
Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Set, go.
On the ground, it's the Hall of Famer, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a
Officially,
yard.
it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
34-yard line.
Set, ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ready. 45. White. Set.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Ravens 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Cooper Kupp, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Ravens 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
52 points.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Let's go now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. 33, yellow.
Slot man moves right.
Ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the 1st half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Lynch running right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dante Thornton, 59 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece. Cam Little to kick off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Throw over the middle, it's caught by Johnston. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
At the 25-yard line.
Rail. Yellow. Here we go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ladd McConkey, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Dolphins 28, Ravens 21. Cameron Dicker to kick
So
off.
after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. A dangerous return man showing it here.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Greg Olsen with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
Cam Little to kick off.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Okay, right?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 43, here's second and a couple.
Set, hut. Set, hut.
They'll look to throw here. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Yellow, 22.
He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Set, ready.
First and goal at the 9-yard
That
line.
one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
41. Ravens 27.
All right, let's lock it in, team.
Cameron Dicker.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9, and compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Burrow. Airing it out for Olsen. And this is taken in at the 5. End zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
And he will get in. Conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But you identify the open target and put it right on him.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't
All
you?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Ready?
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
That kick was on me on that one. Because I was going up and I should have just told you what I was doing with the route before I just... Yeah. Yo. Can you not hear me? Yo. My mic was muted. Mm-hmm. finish gargling. Them boys gonna be looking real sick. Oh my god. Yep. Oh, they need to drop a Shady McCoy card. I'm tired of this. All right, we get it, nigga. You always want them to drop a Shady McCoy Phillies card. Like, we get it, bro. We get it. Please. Please, brother. Like, I'm begging you. It's just shh. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I haven't played this in like 3 weeks, bro. You're asking the wrong person. Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm really like trying to fix my team, but I'll go look. I'm doing something totally different right now. Let's see, marketplace, store, events. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Marketplace, store. Zero chill, snow store. You need 5,065 to get a 93. 5,065 snow, yes. Bro, I'm tripping. Where are these? Oh, nah, he's on here. Okay, I got him on my defense. He's on my lineup. Okay. That's a defensive tackle. Okay. I'm like, dang, bro, all these zero chills. I only really got one or two, though. I was like, dang, where all these dudes come from? I forgot. I was getting dealt to ass and playing that Madden sweats, and I was just like, nah, bro, I'm finna just put some more. I'm finna put some people on my line because these niggas ain't finna keep doing me like this. 2 games, didn't even get to score a touchdown. I was like, yeah, it's a difference between just regularly playing with your homies and then playing for real because these sweaty little bastards. Yeah, bro, it's 174K isn't bad at all. Isn't bad at all, bro. Yeah, I got 1.5. Bro, I just been sitting on coins, bro. For real, for real. That doesn't bother me, dog. Right edge rusher. So why? What up, though? Do you not see my dog current on, bro? I'm going where my dog is at. Relax. Where you going like you my old lady? You're tripping. What up, Landon? Jesus Christ. So that's two. That's 5, 7. You're a sweaty little sweat, ain't you? I mean, yeah. Besides, that one time when I jumped to the party, you got quiet. I was a little worried about you. But no, they say you pretty fire though. Yeah, they do say you pretty fire on the game though. So I got to give you your just due there, brother. Oh shit, I'm way better in squads than in solos. Yeah, I just like playing in squads. Yeah, threes is a little toxic. Threes is a little toxic. I ain't even gonna lie. What? That's dope. Hey, hey, yo, Joker. I don't know. I think yeah. For some reason, I'm looking like my X factors and abilities and shit. And okay, I think that makes sense. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let's check right here. Okay, that's one. That's two. That's three. That's six. Okay, that's 10, 12, 14. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, okay, okay. Never mind. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I just thought I was tripping. I was not tripping. I was tripping, but I figured it out. Yeah, Kurt, I caught myself signing up for this fucking leadership Madden online shit. Oh, yeah, Landon said you want to run twos. I'm like, hey, brother, breathe, breathe. I'm like, Jesus, this dude is just a fucking typewriter, huh? say you just want to smoke, bro. Bro. It's okay. It's okay that you just want to go smoke. You're an addict, and we're having an intervention for you. Oh, I know. Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. You could definitely be an actor, bro. That's crazy that you would say I want to be an actor, but if they let the PDF, what's his face, be an actor, I don't know if that's a, I don't know if that's a good, I don't know if that's a good, man, what, man, shut up, boy. Yeah, I know who, yeah, the Titanic. I know who he is. But I'm just saying the way you just presented that was kind of crazy. Oh, you definitely was extreme. Yeah, you would have to go back. Yeah, man. Who, me? Oh, man, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Yes, sir. Mulata. Say whatever, you know. When you say anything about that team, that boy pops up. Anytime you mention that Eagles team out the way, you know that man just magically pops up out of nowhere. Oh, I thought I heard somebody say something about my man. Shut up, boy. Shut up.